If you're a personal trainer, an independent personal trainer, and you're wondering, should you ever train a client one time a week? Is it worth it for you to sell personal training sessions only once a week in your schedule? I want to answer those questions for you right now. My name is MacLean. I've been a personal trainer since 2008. I've been an independent personal trainer since 2012. To date, I've trained and worked with over 1,000 clients, and I have had clients that I've trained only one time a week. And there's really a few situations where this would apply. So this is not what I would recommend you go straight into in a consult when you're showing your different offerings to a client. Obviously, you're going to want to present them the program that's going to best get them to their goals and help them achieve results. And usually that's a 3 or 4 times a week commitment for anywhere between like 12 to 24 weeks, sometimes up to a year. I would always recommend offering 2 times a week training to that same client if the 3 or 4 times a week did not fit their budget. But in some cases, I do recommend, as a back pocket option, offering clients 1 time a week training. So there's really 3 situations, and I'm going to go through those quickly with you right now. So the first one is if clients are already training, they're on a good routine where they're training in the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week, and maybe you're a little bit of a specialist, maybe you have a background in powerlifting or physique competition or something like that. And with these clients, what you're going to do is you're going to get them on a commitment, likely 3, 6, or 12 months. They're going to train with you 1 time a week, but you're going to do hybrid personal training. So you're going to do their program design, you're going to do their nutrition, and then they're going to check in with you 1 time a week, maybe for that really brutal leg session, or maybe to work on some mechanics for a certain lift. Okay, but I've had a lot of clients that were already consistently training that wanted to come train with me, maybe when we're doing a leg session, doing squats or deadlifts, or if it's something more particular, like to go through technique, maybe for some conditioning with kettlebells, whatever it is that you do. But that could be an option for clients that come see you where they're already training steadily in the gym on their own. You're going to do their program design, you're going to do their nutrition, their supplementation, and then they're going to come see you 1 time a week. Obviously, I would be pricing 1 time a week as my premium option. So if your regular per session rate for like 3 or 4 times a week is $75 a session, which is about the standard going rate for a PT, then I would price that probably around $95 or $105 a session. The second option is if someone does have a limited budget or they have a limited schedule that they can commit to, maybe because of travel or family, something like that. As a last-ditch back pocket option in a consult, I will offer 1 time a week training to someone just to get them on board. But the trade-off is they need to commit to a series of sessions up front first to go through, the mechanics on all of the main lifts, and for me to make sure that they know what they're doing in the gym. That way, when I hand them off in a 1 time a week training, they're prepared for that. So usually that looks like 2 or 3 times a week training for 4 to 6 weeks. They will commit to that bulk amount of sessions up front, and then after 4 to 6 weeks, once their mechanics on all their lifts are good, once they know how to properly run through a session, how to do their core stability drills, how to warm up properly, all of that stuff that you do in a session, then I will move them to 1 time a week. And just like with the previous option, I will include program design and nutrition with that client. And I would likely have them check in bi-weekly if it's a weight loss client, or if it's someone who, they have a goal of gaining muscle or getting stronger or competing in a sport or whatever it is, I would have them do a check-in monthly, which would be an additional session on top of that. And what that would look like when you're presenting is I would go for a 6 or 12 month commitment on that program. And I would be presenting those programs in full in terms of the total session amount. So let's say if it's a year of training, okay, there's 52 weeks in a year, so automatically I'm gonna do 52 sessions. However, the first month, I'm gonna ask that client train with me 3 times a week. All right, so that's gonna look like 64 total sessions spread out over the year. So that's how I would present that. And that client would be paying in full or be paying monthly on a recurring basis through credit card for that program. But again, this is a last ditch back pocket option that I really only use in a consultation when it's just not working to get someone on board for 2 or 3 times a week. And the last option is a special case. So if you do anything like fascial stretching, massage therapy, or if you have a specialty in health or fitness, then I would classify some clients as special cases. For myself, I do a type of manual therapy of fascial stretching that is extremely effective, and I would have clients just come and see me weekly for that. And so they're already training, they're already doing their own thing, they're consistent with that, but they've had an injury and they want me to help them out with that injury. And usually what I found is that I would see this person for a series of like 12 or 24 sessions over 3 to 6 months, 1 time a week, doing therapy, doing fascial stretching, and then I would start to work in refining their mechanics in the gym, going through lifts, maybe looking at how did they get injured in the first place, and oftentimes that would lead into personal training, and I would just convert them into an already training client. I do the program design. If they needed nutrition because they were a weight loss client or they wanted to improve their body composition, I would include that as well. And again, those sessions are priced premium. So if your average rate for a 3 times a week session is $75, then I would be putting that at $95 to $105. Billed monthly, so at $105, that would be $420 a month plus taxes, and that would be on a reoccurring basis. If someone wanted to pay in full, then you could offer a discount for a paid in full, or if they're paying in cash. But that's how I would work out training personal training clients 1 time a week. Is it the first thing that I go to? No, it is not. But sometimes you will need to offer clients 1 time a week if you want to get them on your roster. And some of my best clients over the years have been 1 time a week clients. And the other thing that I didn't write down here, but it would fall under a special case, is this may happen where you have a client who's maybe going through something personal in their life and they need to downgrade their sessions. You don't want to lose them. You don't want them to fall off the cliff and drop off with that momentum. And so sometimes I've had to downgrade clients who are training 3 or 4 times a week just to keep them on board and make sure that their mental health is still stable. I keep them in my roster 1 time a week. And so that could also be an option. But hopefully this helps you out. If you've ever been wondering, is it worth it for you to train clients 1 time a week? I would say it is in certain situations. And the best thing is go for longevity with that client and offer them a program that's going to get them results. Don't sell a pack of sessions. Don't sell 1 time a week for a month. You need the commitment. You need 6 or 12 months with that client if they're working 1 time a week. And remember, if they're coming in because of a limited budget or a limited schedule, they do need to complete a series of sessions up front 2 or 3 times a week. That's up to you to decide based on their current fitness levels, but you should complete a series of sessions where they go through their biomechanics on all of the lifts, they know how to train a session, they know how to warm up, all of the other things that's particular to that client based on the assessment that you did. And this is very similar to what chiropractors or physiotherapists do. Oftentimes they'll start clients out 4 times a week and then work them down to 2 or 1 times a week as they progress. So if you're a personal trainer, hopefully this helps you out. If you like the info, please subscribe to my channel and check out my private Facebook group that I have for personal trainers called PT Nation.